Come to your backs, everyone, for this level 2 Vinyasa flow. If anyone's new to my level 2 classes, there's always modifications offered. The peak pose that I offer today is a stretchy one, not so much a technical or well, it is skillful, but and you know, only about probably less than half of the people can do the peak pose. So don't worry, it's supposed to be something to get excited about, to aspire to do, or maybe something to realize that you have no desire to go to that level. Okay, so the peak, I promise I promise I'll surprise you. And most level 2 practitioners don't like to know the peak pose. This has been something I have asked for many years. They don't want to know the peak pose. So you'll probably figure it out as we do class. So come to your backs, bring the soles of your feet together, bring your knees out to the sides. Take hold of your elbows overhead if that's comfortable for you. Feel the inner thighs, the groins, the hips if you have any injuries, or if this feels like your body is gripping, grab some cushions or some pillows or some folded blankets and place them underneath your thighs. Alternatively, you can bring the feet further forward. Nice one. Breathe through your nose and begin to control your breath. In yoga, we learn not to try to control the external world. Rather, we control our attitude towards it via our energy, our breath. And in that, we harness a control, a very stable, quiet, confident, humble control. As we navigate towards the things that we have confidence towards conquering and achieving, and as we very gently and peacefully navigate away from the things which are not meant for us. And this can translate to your yoga poses, your achievements and desires in life, or whatever it is that is in your body and on your mind. The peak pose or the peak of the flow is often a metaphor for whatever is going on for you in your life. It always has been for me. Count the length of the breath in through your nose using Ujjayi. Count the length of the exhale through your nose using Ujjayi. Inhale. Exhale. Keep counting. If you are an introverted person, this will be a fairly easy, natural practice for you. If you are an extrovert, this will be more challenging. It's the challenges that have us grow, become stronger. Now, as you count the length of the inhale and count the length of the exhale, you want them both to be even in length and even in intensity. If for any reason you are wired, frustrated, or have too much energy inside of you, breathe out for a second longer than the inhale. And you're going to stay with that, and it's time for me to join you. Take one more big breath in through your nose. As you breathe out, bring your arms around and hug your knees into your chest. You're going to place actually take a big long stretch. So stretch from the fingers to the toes. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale, bring your nose to your right knee. Inhale, relax back. Let your head land and your shoulders relax. Exhale, bring your nose to your right knee. Squeeze your abdominals. Inhale back. Let your head land and your shoulders relax. Exhale, bring your nose to your right knee. Inhale back. This time, listen up. As you breathe out, you're going to straighten your right leg up to the ceiling, pull the toes back towards the face, and take a wee stretch into the hamstring. Breathe even here, and then again, check in with the length of the breath in, the length of the breath out, and encourage it to be as deep as it was when you were in your beginning meditation. Working the knee straight, lift the heel. One more big breath in here. Exhale, hug your right knee into your chest, bring your nose to your knee, squeeze your abdominals. This time as you breathe in, stretch from fingers to toes, arms overhead, toes towards the wall in front of you. And as you breathe out, bring your left knee into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring your nose to your left knee. Really see if you can touch it with your nose. Inhale back. Exhale, bring your nose to your left knee. Inhale back. Exhale, nose to left knee. Squeeze your abdominals, curl your spine. Inhale back, leave your head on the mat, shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, straighten left leg. Pull the toes back towards the face, lift the heel, and enjoy the stretch here. Keep breathing, and again, check in with the length of the breath. Should be deep. Keep working the knee straight, lifting the heel up, pull the toes back. A couple more breaths here. Exhale, bring the left knee in, bring your nose to touch your left knee if you can. Inhale, full body stretch, legs long, arms overhead. As you breathe out, start to rock and roll. Bring your knees in, come up and down. That's it, beautiful. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog. Feet underneath you, palms on the mat, lift up and stretch back. Okay, so just walk it out. Walk into the tight calves and hamstrings. And then arrive in settled stillness if you can. So by settled stillness, I mean we do seek to find a comfortable state of stillness in yoga where both the mind and the body are feeling quite content. Often we need to move our body because our mind is working overtime, and when the body stops, you know, the mind moves again, and we find efficiency and peace when the body and mind can come to stillness. But this is not by suppressing the movement of the mind, i.e. thoughts, or suppressing the need sometimes to fidget and adjust the body. We do it, we move until we find that settled sense of stillness. There's another metaphor for us, right, at the moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, come halfway up. Open your chest, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, fold into the legs. Twice more. Inhale, lengthen away, flat back, long back body. And then exhale, stretch into the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Rise to stand. Inhale, reach up. Look up towards the ceiling if it's comfortable for your back. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Reach up again. Inhale. You're going to take hold of the right wrist. Pull on that wrist, shoulders down. Exhale, lean over to the left. Come up through center. Inhale, reach up. Hold onto the left wrist. Exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale, come up, look up, see your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, come to your halfway lift, broad chest. Exhale, step to the top of a push-up. Firm up the front body, pull it into the back body, find a little bit of a dome there. Your choice, knees up or down. Exhale, lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Rise to Bhujangasana, bend elbows, or if you want up dog, lift your thighs, straighten your arms, and roll over your toes back to downward facing dog. Pause here and count the length of the breath in, and the length of the breath out. Even in length and intensity, unless you need to release excess energy, and then breathe out for a second longer. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, bring your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up, take hold of the left wrist, give the wrist a little pull, and lean over to the right. Exhale. Inhale, come up, take hold of the right wrist, shoulders down. Exhale, lean over to the left. Inhale, come up, touch your palms, lean back. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. That's it. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back and lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Your choice, knees up or down. Exhale. Rise, up dog or cobra. Inhale. Roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Exhale, find your breath. Check in with the length. Okay. As you breathe in, you're going to raise your right leg. And as you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, come into scorpion dog. So when lifting the knee, drawing it back, press the left thigh back and work the heel down. And take a few breaths here. One more big breath in, draw the knee up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise your left leg, inhale, fan the toes, making space in the body. Scorpion dog, bend the knee, open the hip. Press right thigh back as you lift up, arms are strong. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise your right leg, inhale. Step that foot forward to runner's lunge. So you're going to step it outside the right hand. Exhale. Okay, so start by coming down to the back knee. Lift your chest up and sink nice and deep into the front leg. Some of you are going to feel it in the butt, and some of you are going to feel it in the inner thigh. Sink the hips down, lift your chest up, take a few breaths here. Then if you want more, you can lift the back knee and start to come down to the forearms. Just opening up. Now I like to sometimes rock back and forth here. You might like to be still. What you want to just avoid is collapsing into the left hip. We're looking to open up this right leg. So keep the left hip lifting as you sink down into the right hip. Breathe away any sharp edges of your awareness, of your breath, of your body. Find balance in an uncomfortable place. If you're down on your forearms, come way up onto your hands or even your fingertips. Inhale, lift your chest, and as you breathe out, prasarita. You're going to walk your right foot in, turn your right toes in, and fold down your mat with your toes in alignment. Inhale, come halfway up, open your chest. Exhale, fold into those legs. Inhale, come halfway up, open the front body. Exhale, fold in. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one, come into your halfway lift. Inhale. You're going to send your left fingertips forward. Walk your right arm underneath the body and hold on to the left foot. So you're holding onto the back leg with your right hand, and you'll start to take the head underneath the left arm. Stay right where you are, or start to walk the left fingertips behind the head in the direction of the front of your mat. So you're twisting deeply, starting to rotate the chest towards the back wall. That's it. Very nice. You guys have got it. So your head is very gently beginning to rotate underneath the left arm. Come to center, inhale, reach forward, almost as if your arms were in a wide leg down dog, and then take your left arm underneath the right, hold on to the front foot, and start to creep your head underneath the arm. And then for more, start to walk the hands towards the left foot, so they're going over behind the head. Breathe. Head is heavy. Breathe through your nose. Find the length and intensity of breath that you developed at the beginning of class in your starting meditation. Arms are strong, shoulders are relaxed. Come to center, inhale, look forward, lift high up onto fingertips. Walk both hands to the left foot. Exhale, take a stretch. Come to center, inhale, halfway lift. Now you turn your right toes towards the front of the mat, preparing for Trikonasana. Okay, so right toes are forward. You might need to heel toe the back foot in a little bit. Right hand to ankle or shin as you reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Trikonasana pose. Look up towards the hand unless it's too much, and then look at the side wall. Now remember, press the right side body towards the wall in front of you. Take a few breaths and observe the quality of your body, the quality of your breath, and know that through breath control, you can begin to transform this experience into one that lights you up, is a good challenge, but also feels good. And then reach the left arm forward and over the ear. Inhale. Shoulder away from ear. Lay back. Breathe. Big breath in. Side angle. You're just going to bend the right knee. Exhale. So you can either bring the elbow to the knee, just like I like to do. I do this because this pose doesn't feel good for me to go deeply into. If you do want more, bring the hand inside the right foot and you lean your body back into that front leg. Take a few breaths. Big breath in here. Exhale here. Virabhadrasana 2. Circle the left arm down. With strength, rise up, keep the right knee bent, and gaze down the front arm. Settle in. All these techniques to find balance and harmony, and all these different off-center shapes that we're placing the body in. Take another inhale here, and see if there's space to move into. Take another inhale here. Exhale, place your hands at the front of the mat, either side of the right foot. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower chaturanga. Inhale, rise, upward facing dog. Yeah, there's a little heads pop up. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog, and breathe. Raise your left leg. Inhale, fan the toes, make space, look towards the hands, and step the foot outside the hand. Exhale, coming into runner's lunge. Drop to the back knee for a moment as you lift your chest and sink your hips. Okay. I like back knee down because I tend to not collapse in this one to the right hip. So we often just flop into the point of least resistance because it's so easy. You want to restrain that using your muscles and open into the place that is resisting the left leg. Okay, and then if you want more, tuck the back toes and lift the knee. You could stay up on your hands or start to come down onto forearms. Sometimes I like to rock back and forth. Okay, if you're down on your forearms, lift up onto your palms. Take a deep breath in. Prasarita Padottanasana. Turn your left toes to the right. You may need to walk the left foot in a little bit so that your toes are in alignment and fold down between your legs. So if you're flexible, you'll need to bring the legs wider. If you're tight, you bring the legs a little closer. Toes always slightly rotate inwards and fold forward. So I know I have some headstanders in the room or in the Zoom. If you have a strong, mastered, comfortable headstand from Prasarita Padottanasana, feel free to come into it here. Obviously, I can't teach you online, and I can't spot you, and I can't check that your alignment is safe for your neck. So only do this if you can do this without the assistance of a teacher, okay? Feel free to pop up. Coming into headstand from Prasarita is not a place to learn it, okay? For the rest of us, we're just going to hang out here for a little bit and take a halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forward into the legs. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Squeeze your feet together. Interlace your fingers behind your back and fold forward. Exhale. For those of you in headstand, if you can, slowly lower down with control, bringing your toes in line with your fingertips. As the feet land, for those of you coming out of headstand, the rest of us are going to release into a halfway lift. Everyone come halfway up. Inhale. Very nice. Right fingertips forward. Drop the head under the arm as you take left hand to right leg and start to twist. Stay where you are or start to walk the hand behind the head towards the front foot. Maintaining this nice deep breathing. Come to center, inhale, both fingertips forward. Keep your left fingertips forward, drop the head under the arm, and hold on to the left foot with the right hand. Stay here, or start to rotate the body deeper. Come to center, halfway lift, inhale. And then take both hands to the right foot. Exhale, and take a stretch into that. And come to center, inhale, halfway lift. Turn your left toes forward, preparing for Trikonasana pose. So if you feel that you can feel this behind the knee, shortening the stance is a nice thing. If you're super flexible, you'll need a wide stance, just like before. Okay, left hand to ankle or shin. Some of you will bring it to floor. But as you come into this pose, you are probably almost everyone is going to need to lengthen the left side body towards the front wall. Reach the right arm up. Beautiful. Think of these triangles. You've got a triangle shape. Lean back a little bit, Anna. See. There we go. Much nicer. We're making triangles with the two legs in the mat, the left arm and the left leg and the left side body. That's why we want the left side body to be nice and long. Nice one, Leanne. Now reach the top arm over the ear. And it's going to stretch into the side body, which we're going to need for our peak pose. One more big breath in here. Side angle, bend the left knee. Inhale. Exhale. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, come up. Breathe here. One more deep breath in. Exhale, place your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, step to plank. You know where you're going. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, rise, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Take a moment to smooth out your breath. Raise your right leg, inhale. Step your foot outside your right hand, exhale. Come up to fingertips, lift your chest, inhale. Prasarita, walk halfway down your mat towards your left foot, align the toes, exhale. Come halfway up, inhale. Bring your left fingertips forward, drop your head under the arm, exhale. Grab hold of left foot or ankle or calf. Come halfway up, inhale, bring your right fingertips forward. Take left arm and head underneath the arm, grab hold of the front leg and squeeze your body into it. Inhale, halfway up, look forward. Now travel both hands to the back foot, exhale. Inhale, come to center, look forward. Now walk your right toes forward, preparing for Trikonasana, and travel your body towards that front foot. There we go. Raise your left arm. Inhale, roll your chest open towards the ceiling. Exhale, stretch the top arm over the ear as you bend the right knee. Inhale, circle the arm down and around, come up, keep the knee bent, strong leg, Vira 2, inhale. I said inhale twice. Exhale, place your hands either side of the front foot. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Step to plank. Inhale. Lower chaturanga. Exhale. Rise, upward dog. Inhale. Roll back, downward facing dog. Exhale. Now, I just want to say something while you hold down dog. I have noticed with the, come down to child's pose for just a moment while I talk. Or kneeling if you just want to listen. Just take a break. I have noticed with the level of chaturangas I've been doing over lockdown, and you guys, and this happened when I first became a yoga teacher, and I demonstrated way more than was necessary as I blew out my shoulders. And I've noticed that my shoulders are getting tired in chaturanga. And the best thing you can do if you're feeling that is come to the knees, or it works just as well, is to not lower your shoulders to elbow height, keep them higher. Anatomically, it puts way less strain on the shoulders. Just bear that in mind, and then come back into down dog. I've just noticed mine are feeling really weak. And yours may too if you've been doing tons of vinyasa with me. That is probably the single most common injury in vinyasa. Carla, she's not here today, but she's got sore shoulders, is your shoulders. So look after them and come back into downward facing dog. Raise your left leg, inhale, look towards the hands. Step the foot outside the hand, exhale, runner's lunge. Sink your hips, lift up onto fingertips, inhale. Prasarita, walk halfway down the wide edge of your mat towards the right foot, align the toes. Come halfway up, inhale. Take your right fingertips forward, drop the head under the arm and grab the back foot. Exhale, use the strength in the arm. Come to center, inhale, left fingertips forward. Take right arm underneath and the head, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, come to center, look forward, both hands to right foot, exhale. Come to center, inhale, look forward, and now turn left toes forward as you travel the body towards that foot. Trikonasana, keep the legs straight, reach up, roll the chest open towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the left knee, reach the top arm forward. Inhale, rise Virabhadrasana 2, keep the knee bent. Beautiful. Exhale, place your hands either side of the front foot. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, watch me, chaturanga, I'm just stopping here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Count the length of your breath in and the length of your breath out. Even length. So if it's an 8 count breath in, it's an 8 count breath out, and even intensity. Often we're weak on the in breath and we're heavy on the out breath. If that's the case, you want to just extend the out breath for a little bit longer, but be more relaxed about it. Raise your right leg, inhale. Step the foot outside the right hand, runner's lunge, exhale. Let's start to play with some deeper variations. If you hear that and you go, oh no, come down to the back knee. If you want to have a little bit of fun, I'm not sure about the angle that I've got here today that you can see very well. You can't see that my sacrum is level, but I'm really working to keep it level as I start to snuggle the right tricep underneath the right thigh, and then I bring my left elbow out as well. You can see my shoulder dropping, start to drop everything so that the chest feels open. Pause here and breathe. Find balance. Okay. Some of you might like to take the arms out wide. Stay strong. Okay, and we're going to play with a little arm balance. So I'm going to come straight on for you guys. So I've got my right tricep underneath my right thigh. Now this left, really hard to do this while you can only see kind of a 2D version of me, but this left tricep is going to sit into my left hip. My right tricep underneath my right thigh. I place my left hand and my elbow right into my left hip, and I lean into the left elbow. As you lean forward and start to lift the feet up off the floor. Again, it's a challenging one to teach online, But if you've done my classes, you will have played with it before. Okay, Leanne, bring your left palm down. That's it. And now lean left. Walk your right foot away, outside that hand, and eventually that foot will lift. You're so close. There's a little drop of the head. Nice, Benita. I think you're up. I can see your butt and not your head, so I assume that means you're up. When you're done playing, you're just going to come back to runner's lunge. Anna, we're in runner's lunge with the right foot outside the hands, with the right foot forward. Runner's lunge, right foot forward. Okay. Right, we continue to flow. Lift high up onto fingertips. Inhale, lift your chest. Prasarita, you're going to exhale, turn your toes all the way to the left and place both hands onto your left leg. Inhale, keep holding onto left leg with right arm and raise your left arm to the ceiling, coming into a twist. One more breath in here. Exhale, travel all the way to the front of the mat, turn the right toes forward. Trikonasana, inhale, raise your left arm to the ceiling. Exhale, bend the right knee and come into a bind. So level one option will be to bring the left hand behind the body and hold on to the top of the right thigh. So you've got a nice view of the back of me here for the modification. The full variation is set the right arm inside the right thigh. The left arm goes all the way behind the thigh and you reach back and grab. Now to get into the bind, see I'm leaning forward, then you want to lean back. Nice, Michelle. Spectacular, Kelly. Everyone take a deep breath in wherever you are. Bird of paradise. If you're bound, you're going to step your left foot next to your right. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the full version. Okay, if you're bound, you're going to step your left foot towards your right. Okay, shift the weight to the left foot, bend the left knee, and stand up. If you're feeling good, you can straighten the left leg. Okay, if this is too much for you, you're going to come to standing and bring your right foot to your left thigh coming into tree. So I'm demonstrating level one. And now I'm demonstrating level two. If I can get my balance. Have fun with it. Beautiful, Linda. Beautiful, Sue. Amazing. Nice one, Jenny. All right, come to standing, everyone, at the front of the mat. A lot of tree poses today. Nice work. And then just take a moment here to let everything settle. Maybe feel the beating of your heart and allow it to slow down. Reach your arms overhead, inhale. Fold forward over your legs, exhale. Come halfway up, inhale. Step back and lower, Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Up dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Raise your left leg, inhale. Step the foot outside the left hand, exhale. Runner's lunge. Okay, so we start to go, this is our third round, we start to go a little bit deeper. If going deeper is not your thing, you've always got the levels that we use to build up to this moment to go back to, and it's encouraged. Probably the biggest strength in yoga is having the ability to know when to back off, when it's going to help you advance. Okay, and then if you want more, you can start to snuggle left tricep underneath left thigh. A little bit easier to see from this angle. Notice how I'm really working to flatten out my back here. My back thigh is alive. My chest is forward. My left leg is burning a little bit. If you still want more, this one's a little bit of a challenge for me. You can bring the arms out beside you. Okay, otherwise you're here. Oh, take one more deep breath in. Release and start to walk forward to the right into Prasarita. Make sure your toes are turning towards the wide edge of your mat, and then take both hands towards the right foot. Inhale, raise your right arm. Enjoying the twist. Exhale, turn towards the front of your mat. Walk your left toes forward. Left hand to foot, ankle or shin. Inhale, Trikonasana. Now when I say lean back, it's because I want your left shoulder to be over your left leg. Your right shoulder to be over your left shoulder. So you're making beautiful lines of energy. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the left knee, reach the right arm, actually bring the right arm behind you, coming into your bind. Okay, and then take the deeper bind if you like. If you're taking the deep bind, your left elbow is in front of the left thigh, your arm goes behind, your right arm goes behind and connects. Here's the full bind, and again, I'm working my left shoulder to be over my left knee, my right shoulder to be over my left. Stay here or move towards Bird of Paradise. Here's level 2, step back foot to meet front. Doing this weird little bind. Then shift the weight to the leg, which is not bound. Sink down, steady gaze, stand up. If that's not your thing, just step forward, roll up, and come to tree. You might not even bring foot to thigh. You might just chill out with foot on calf. Nice cat. Beautiful Katie. Christine, straighten your standing leg a little bit more. There we go, nice one. Nice, Anna. Guys are looking fantastic. Come to stand. Whew. Let it all settle. Take a moment, feel the body come back. Reach your arms overhead, inhale. Fold forward over your legs, exhale. Come halfway up, inhale. Step back and lower, Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Up dog. Downward facing dog. I love the little heads that pop up when you go into up dog. Take a deep breath here. And then come down to child's pose. Or if you prefer to just sit and settle into sitting, so you can either come to a seat or come to child's pose. Really experience the place that you have brought the body. Notice your breath. Notice the beating of the heart. Notice your energy levels, your attitude, how you feel today. This Patanjali, he's an ancient yogi sage. He said to delight in your achievements, but also to delight in the achievements of others, and to be indifferent to the things which upset you, which means you don't want to resist, you don't want to fight, you don't want to fix, you don't want to ignore. Allow them to be there. Okay, and we're going to come to our backs and we're going to do wheel today. So if wheel's not your thing, I have alternatives for you. And we're going to start with bridge just to warm up the body. Bring your feet to the mat, ankles under knees, big toes down, the mound of the big toe, and feel like you're drawing the thighs towards one another, like there's magnets on your thighs. Bring your arms beside you, look straight up at the ceiling. Inhale, lift your hips. Interlace the fingers underneath you and tuck one shoulder at a time underneath you. Breathe here. And slowly come down. It's preferable not to have the knees in between deep back bends. That wasn't a deep one, but as we come into wheel, that's going to be a little bit deeper. So just move the lower body from side to side. Okay, so you're either going to do that one again or you're going to move into wheel. Same alignment with the feet. Arms come overhead. Bring your fingertips by your shoulders. To get your palms flat, you need to roll your elbows in. And that's a better placement for your shoulders anyway. You can come to the crown of the head first, or you can lift straight up. As you're coming out of wheel, tuck your chin to get your head out of the way. Come down to the floor. Man, I say it every time, I'm like a broken record. For me, that's like having a shot of caffeine. It just feels so incredible. It's such a release of energy, such a rush, a surge of energy. Ironically, it's a great way to start the day, but it's often too much for our backs to start that without warming into it. Move your lower body from side to side. I love that pose. Whew. Okie dokie. Last one, your choice, bridge or wheel. I definitely know which one I'm doing. And as you lower down, this time if it feels good, you can bring your knees into your chest. Ha. Ah. Take your knees to the right and gaze over to the left. Take your knees to the left and gaze over to the right. Make your way over and come to sitting. This is a lovely counter pose for what we have done today. I was almost going to include Sundial. That was actually the original pet pose, but I really think that in the time frame that we've got and with the nature of it being online, I think that Bird of Paradise was a pretty good pet pose. So bring your right knee on top of your left. This is going to just kind of close off all that external rotation that we've done. You can sit, just feeling the release in the outer edges of the legs, the thighs, the butt, or you can start to fold forward. So be mindful after the intense back bends of folding forward. Be gentle. Make your way up. Release the legs. Ooh. Bring your left knee over your right. Enjoy a moment seated. This may be where you will experience the pose or come forward into a fold. Make your way up. Oh, I could have stayed there for forever. I almost did. Release your legs. And you'll come down to rest on your back. So slowly release back. Close your eyes, palms up, legs long. Start to wake up. Start to stretch and move. Roll over to one side. And make your way up to sitting. Okay, so I mentioned at the beginning of class, this experience seems to have split us into the camps of introvert and extrovert. The people that love to be out there doing stuff, connecting with others, putting who they are out into the world. And then there's those of us which love to go inward, to explore what it is like to be an inhabitant of our own body. And many of us are both. Yoga and that balance and that unity is being able to take what we learn in our introverted moments and express it into the world to show exactly who we are on the inside to another or a group of others. And for those of us who love to connect to others and to show who we are to another or to a group of others, to once in a while take all of that and go inside and ponder it and be curious about it. And it's that in and out, that give and take, that receiving and releasing that creates, well, unity, not only within ourselves, but with others, but also wholeness, to create balance within ourselves and to create a whole person. So as you come into a little state of reflection, you may have noticed your tendency, whether you love to be within and to ponder who you are and be curious about the world from an internal perspective, or you may have a tendency towards the other. Take that, take what you love and reverse it. Take what you explore and know so intimately on the inside and share it with another to create balance today. Or take all of that stuff that you share with others and meditate on it today for your yoga off the mat, for your meditation. Bring your palms together at your heart center and bow your head, knowing that introvert or extrovert, at this deepest place, we are the same essence, made up of the same stuff. In this place, we are one. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Good to see you all, Catherine.
Thank you.
Thanks, Janine. Everyone. Look at these faces. Woo.
Thanks, Denise.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Gianna. Good to see you all.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
I will.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Georgia. Thanks so much, Carolyn. Bye, Katie.
Thanks, Denise.
Everyone, thanks, Guy.
Good class.
Great, glad you enjoyed it. Good work with those birds of paradises. We were going to do Sundial, but I was like, who needs Sundial as well as bird of paradise? I didn't even do it on my own practice, so how could I expect you guys to do it? Thanks, Katie. Good to see you, as always. Thanks, Olga. I think you're gone now, but... All right, everyone, have a fabulous day. I'll see you tomorrow. I think it's Vinyasa 1 tomorrow.
Thank you.
Early. See ya.